Okay, then to our next story. You know, we have been there a number of we had been there a number of times before now. Before the crash of the crypto bridge exchange or CBEX platform that scammed hundreds of Nigerians, hundreds of thousands days ago, Ponzi schemes had been allowed to operate here. The anti-graft agency, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has waded in here. It has declared 8 suspects, including 4 foreign nationals, wanted over alleged involvement in the Ponzi scheme, CBEX. This is sequel to an order of the Federal High Court, Abuja, obtained by the EFCC. Are we learning, BKO? Are we learning?
Well, it's difficult to say we are learning. And the greed continues to get in the way. It should be difficult for this kind of people to scam Nigerians, given the experience that we have.
Yeah.
MMM scammed Nigerians to the tune of about 600 billion naira. Now, we've been told that CBEX moved a notch higher than MMM.
1.3 trillion.
1.3 trillion. Because
which is like the budget of some countries.
CBEX was, the business with CBEX was denominated in foreign currency.
Okay.
So, unlike MMM that was ready to accept anything, you have to bring your dollars. And Nigerians didn't suspect anything. These guys were not registered. And because they were not registered, they were not subject to regulation. But Nigerians didn't know. Anybody who promises you 100% return on investment, run away. Run away. 100% return on investment is crazy. That's
not possible.
That's somebody trying to lure you into the lion's cage.
Right.
And what are people, even when you talk to them, no, they are not, they believe that no, you are trying to stop them from making money.
That's it.
And then you see, what I'm happy about that the EFCC is doing is the promoters. They are going after the promoters. Perhaps the promoters will be able to provide a lead to apprehending these people. They may still be in Nigeria, but although my suspicion is that they will have fled.
They've gone since.
So maybe they can still catch some of them. Social media influencers who sit on social media campaigning for CBEX, campaigning for all these schemes, they are as guilty as the people who have scammed Nigerians, because a lot of them are influential and their voices carry weight. So people will listen when their idols, for example, if a Davido tells people that, oh, my fans, let me tell you where you can make money, this and that, a lot of young people will listen to it, they will go there. So if people use their the strength that they have as influencers to mislead people, to taking decisions that cause them to lose money, then such people need to be arrested. And that is what the EFCC is doing now. Some Nigerians, these people could not have operated without the connivance of some Nigerians. Now the EFCC is going after such people. Hopefully, we'll be able to get somewhere, but I have every reason to think that these people have lost their money.
Just a minute, Mayor. You know, as I said, it's been a long time coming. Remember Oman Omana?
Yeah.
We didn't learn. You remember Wonder Banks? Forum. Everybody coming. You know, aren't we learning? Is that this us?
No, it has to do with
greed.
Is
this us?
It has to do with greed. And this one, you know, in the street, we used to say, support the law. This one don't go. This one till law. Because when you are greedy and you think you are smart, why it keeps affecting people? Ask yourself, why is it that 419 people or Yahoo guys, why do they continue to thrive? People know that this thing happens all the time.
Oh yeah.
But it is that element of greed. You would think that, oh, I am different. They cannot outsmart me. I will check out before there is problem.
Do you know the people who gain by the thing initially are able to sway people?
That's the thing. That's how it works. That's the same thing. It's supposed to entice people. So when they start, they will continue to pay that money. So people will tell them, but even you that you collected at that early stage, they will collect that money back.
Oh yeah.
Because by the time you put 100,000 and you collect 200,000, and you put 200,000, you collect 400,000, that greed will set in. You start thinking of higher money. So you put that 400, you collect 800. By the time you put that 800, pam, everything will cease.
I'm sure you heard the Ibadan episode. The guy sold the father's house, but he's dead. He's dead.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, so
it is because when they start doing that, which is the normal thing, because what they are doing, they are not even putting their own money. What they are doing is that when they collect money, by the time your money is due, the next set of people that bring in money, they will use that money to pay those people who their own is due. And they keep building that pyramid.
You believe
why
that?
Normally it crashes that when it now gets to a point that there's so much investment in it that it is not now possible for them to be able to pay everybody, then they will just carry their briefcase and they will leave.
And you won't be able to access the
platform. It keeps happening. And let me tell you something. It's so sad to say this. It will happen again.
Of course.
Yes, in another 1 year, 2 years, another person will come.
They will allow us to forget.
They will allow us to just relax for some time. 2 years ago, some set of people will come again and they will say this one is different. Yeah. And people will still fall for it. And the problem has to do with greed. Woman being one thing, you see, every time when people know that they can get away with something, they will want to do it. So when people think that, oh, I'm going to make money off this thing, even when they know that it's dangerous, then they know that it carries a lot of risk, they will still want to do it. And at the end of the day, they will burn their fingers.
Mikhail, please, let me come from this tangent. You know, if we don't punish bad behavior, it will continue. Otherwise, what do I mean? It's a two-way street. The Securities and Exchange Commission is saying, we didn't register them. But they keep coming and going.
You know, even sometimes they register their company to do a different kind of business.
Okay, they veer.
And then they veer. That's what happened with this. They veer into something else. You are not registered to be a financial company.
Okay.
But then you went into it because you saw an opportunity. And because you are not registered, it becomes difficult for the regulator to get hold of you. Yeah. But the EFCC has been warning. If you go on Telegram now, there are so many other similar schemes that people are falling for. There was a young woman in Abuja who scammed people and then she fled Nigeria with her husband.
Yeah.
So people know these stories. People break stories of how they were scammed in the hope that other Nigerians will learn from it. But greed is the driving force. And so people who are inclined to make money, even if even through crooked means, they will not listen to you.
They will not.
If they can get hold of their father's pension,
they will
convince him to release the money.
Inside.
They did.
The other that musician, what's his name? The Ibadan musician, Tai Currency.
Put his money there.
Yeah, put his money there.
Yeah.
Put about 10 million or so. And he was swearing at the people who convinced him. Say, Teba Kure and Isonre. He was swearing at them. I said, your money is gone.
Your money is
gone. Then in anger, they stopped the place. They were stealing tables. They were stealing
Yeah.
What is that compared to what you have lost? I think that if they can make an example of some of these guys, put them in jail, maybe people will learn. We need to shout a lot more about the activities of these scamsters. Nigerians are going through a lot. They shouldn't be losing the little money that they have.
We have laws that can take care of these things.
Yes.
Give teeth to these laws.
No, the law is there. The law is there. And of course, these people now, once they are arrested and put on trial, I'm sure that they will be served justice. But how do we get our people, especially young people, to be more careful about companies, financial companies promising unbelievable return on investment and all that. Because the EFCC was saying that one of the charges was that the preliminary investigation revealed that the suspects using their company, ST Technologies International Limited, promoted another company, Crypto Bridge Exchange. So, as I said earlier, by making adverts and lured unsuspecting members of the public to invest crypto on the CBEX investment platform. So, they also talked about the fact that they have foreign accomplices and all that, and the kind of promises that they made to Nigerians, promises that they cannot, that are impossible to fulfill.
Yeah. Mayor, 1.3.
And then churches, some churches, people went to churches, and through churches, you see, because they will promise you that if you can bring people,
you get commission.
You get commission. So people went to church to campaign for this. Such people need to go to jail.
To convince members of the same church.
Yes,
you know, when a member of the church, somebody that you respect, look for, you'll see as a brother in Christ. When he convinces you of something that is going on that you are not aware of, there's tendency for you to fall for it.
1.3 trillion is like the budget of many countries.
It's a lot of money because there are so many people involved. And the starting about it is because it's covered. Because 1,000, it is in 1,000 denomination. And that is 1.6 already. For you to come in, you are committing about 1.6 already. So I'm not surprised that it's 1.3.
And unfortunately, Nigerians, even when people couldn't get onto the platform, they were sending messages to them that if they pay more money, they'll be able to get in. Can you imagine?
All right, folks, let the debate continue, but the point has been made clear. Don't fall for things with your eyes open, please, please, and please.